That's all it is.
You're live. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Just give us a sec. Let's get our life together.
All of this is popping up on
Close
my
up
screen.
all that.
All right, so first of all, I want to welcome y'all this morning. Again, before I start, I want to give God all the glory and praise this morning and give me the opportunity to trade again and help people make money. So, with that said, I'm going to jump over to my charts. Um, Typically, I don't trade the first 15 minutes of the market. So, we wait and see what direction the market is typically playing in. Right now, I'm looking at AVGO for a 2-2 reversal. Um, I'm looking at couple. Let's test. So I'm looking at AVGO. Let me see. Just be patient, guys. Meta also looked good to the downside. I would like for Meta to pop up first and go. Yeah, I would like for Meta to pop up first, come up here, reject off of that, and then continue to fall. Put alert. If Meta, now Meta did gapped up a little bit. So the wick is not as bad, but I like to see wicks. I like to see wicks on candles at the top. So if I don't see a wick, I'm not comfortable with taking it because it could reverse and go back up. So just being patient. There we go. So Meta created a wick at the top. So now we want to see it come down, break here. Once it break here, then we could take it. Same for AVGO. With AVGO, we're having this right here at the 50. I would like for to see it go up and test the 50 and reject off the 50. If we see a rejection off the 50, then that will be good. So I have my alert in for that. Google right now is between, so I'm like, it's in a funny spot. GS, I know we're looking at GS to the upside. So if GS breaks, if GS actually breaks here, we could take that for a long. Hold on, what was my alert? Was it Google? No.
Sure. No, that was just. Oh, it gave us one yesterday.
At 12 something. So here we go on AVGO. AVGO is now dropping. So you see how we come up here? We didn't test it fully, but that's what I wanted to see on AVGO. I'd like to see a close. This is a 5-minute. So we're still within the 15 minutes. So I'd like to see this continue to drop. So a close under the 200. So this, we have 30 seconds. We could pop back up and just continue up. But what I want to see a close. I like GS if GS breaks the day. Okay. So I'm watching GS right now. If GS breaks the day, we're going to take it for a long. So AVGO is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. So you see right here, we're coming under the 200 right here, right? So what we want to see is a close under the 200 and a continuation down. Let me look at 15 minutes on here. GS is looking good to the upside. It's already moved $5. Yeah, GS is looking good to the upside. Just have to break that day.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be patient on GS. Let it break the day. Yeah, using VWAP as support on the 5 minutes. So as long as we stay there, we're good. I think we're gonna break it though.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna break it.
What time is it? 9:30.
It's before the. There we go. All right, so we're gonna get in GS calls. So we got in GS calls.
Yep, the 5/12/50 calls for this week.
5/12/50 calls for this week. Now the reason why I take GS, guys, if you look right here, we broke previous day high, right? This was a red candle coming down. We came here, which is close to the 50, but we break. So in a sense, this was a double inside day. A break of this tells us our target, our first target should be right here. I always say the body of the candle, then a next one right up here at the wick of the candle. So the first target is going to be 1677. Now, if you're up on your trade, right? And I tell you 1677 and you're up on your trade, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to wait till it go to 1677 to take your profits. Okay? Monitor your trade, make sure that you're taking profits as well. All right, here we go.
Yep, it's starting to move.
All right, I'm going to trim 5 of my contracts right here.
All right. Ha. 5 of them, he said.
Yeah. I trim half of my contracts right there. Does this look like, oh, let me take that off. So we're coming up to the end of the first 15-minute, guys. So AVGO is still looking to the downside if it closed below this VWAP right here. I want it to close below the VWAP. On the 15-minute for GS, we are a little bit extended on GS for the first 15 minutes. So if you look at it, this pushed up $8. So that's why I take off a little bit, because the next candle can come in and pull back and then continue up. So your contracts will drop a little bit. So I took off some of my contracts. Not saying it's not going to hit the target, because the target is first target is 1677, like I said. AVGO is looking to push up. Here we go on GS. Got 2 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. Here we go. Nice push. Nice push on GS. So the price is up little. It went up a little over $2 since we got in the trade. Um, what we might see here is a pullback. We might see a pullback because the new 15-minute is going to happen right now. So let's take a look and see. Now there's no news today, guys. So I already looked. There was news this morning at 8:30. This one news. There's more news on Canada's side more than anything, but we don't have any news. We have something at 7 o'clock tonight, FOM speaker, but that's about it. So we have the new 15-minute candle that just opened up. We have a little gap up. If you notice, we have a little gap up. So we want to just come down and close. The only thing is, if we come down here, right? If we come down here and test VWAP, then you might be in the red back with your contract. So that's why I took a couple as far as that, right? So right here, we're looking for the continuation as far as a break right here. If we break right here, we're going to continue to push. There we go. So it broke the top because my candle just turned green. So it broke the top. All right, so that's a good sign. I don't like that it's chilling right here. Let me see. There's a lot of red in this area.
We're up over 12% right now.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, if this breaks right here, we're up over 12% on these contracts.
Push back up.
Got 3 more minutes left in this 5-minute candle. We want to see a break and continue up. AVGO is looking like it wants to push, but I don't mind it pushing up because right here is a 50, so it might go up to the 50 and reject. A break of this 5-minute right here, and I'm gonna get out, guys. So I don't want the pullback to happen, kill my contract. So a break. If the previous 5-minute, if this 5-minute break this one, I'm gonna get out. Here we go. Here's a push. Come on. Nice push. Nice push. We have a break right here. How much is the contract?
Up 10.
10%.
Little pullback.
There we go. Nice push. There we go.
Yep.
There we go.
13. Let's roll. Let's roll.
Got 54 seconds left in this candle, guys. We broke the previous 15, which tells you that we could continue to push up. Like I said, my first target hit is here, but don't let your trade go red, okay? Don't let your trade go red. Right now, from the time I call it, we're up 15% on these contracts.
You got 30 seconds left.
You have 30 seconds left in this.
Yep, green.
There it goes, 16%.
Yep, let's go. 15 seconds.
15 seconds left in this. We might see a pullback on this 5-minute. On the next 5-minute, we might see a pullback, okay? Might see a pullback because this candle right now, if it ends like this, we might see a pullback.
Mm-hmm. So if you're happy with your profits, take
All right, we have a gap up. We have a small gap up right here. There we go. All right, I'm going to trim a little bit more off my contracts.
All right, a few gone.
Again, at any moment this breaks, so I just trimmed some, right? So right now the contracts are up 16% from the time I call it out.
And it went more. It's just a pullback.
Yeah. the pullback happened. So see right here as far as the 15 minute. 15 minute looks solid, guys. The day looks solid. I mean, we already moved from low to here, almost $10. So, okay. So see, AVGO right now is testing the 50, coming up to the 50 right here. Looking for a rejection off of that 50. If it continues up, then it continues up, but I'm looking for a rejection off that 50. All right, here we go with GS. All right, approaching the first target.
$21.
Big pullback right there. Big pullback right there.
We'll go to a small time frame.
I'm not. You got 2 minutes left in this 5 minute. So what I don't want is this 5 minute to turn red. So if this 5 minute turn red, right there. Okay. Still up on these contracts, guys. So still up on these contracts. Got a minute left in this. So let's see. AVGO is hitting on the 50 right there. Want to see a rejection off the 50 and a continuation down. On the day, that's how it looks. On the day, hitting on the 50. Want to see a rejection down. Now with this, we have 34 seconds left in this right here. If the new 5 minute candle come in and break this, I'm getting out. Okay? Because we could fall right back down to VWAP or more. And at that point, it will take all your profits. So if this breaks, I'm getting out my contracts.
And those are just the runners we have.
Yeah, I already closed out most of my contracts. There we go. Nice gap up. You see that gap up right there? That means that this is going to drop back down right here. Needed to drop back down right here and then push up. So right here, come right there. All right. So it closed the gap. As you can see, it went from here to up here. So bam, gapped up, close the gap. Now, if this comes right here and break here, I'm getting out. Okay. So we should push to at least our first target. Now, 10 o'clock, we might have some volatility. Banks might come in, push it down, and then bring it back up. So make sure you're monitoring your trades. Make sure you're taking profit. Up 20% again on this. Having a little fight right here. So having a little fight. Now, if AVJL rejects off of here, which I'm talking about, if it rejects off the 50, and then this new 15-minute come right in and break this, then you could short it. Could look for a possible short, because this is gonna come all the way back down to day low. All right, here we go. It's pushing back down right here. Getting some quick volatility in here.
Just a couple minutes before the banks. 2.5 minutes.
All right, guys. So I am going to close my contracts.
And we are out.
So I'm out of GS completely.
That was a profitable trade. Everybody should have made money.
So that was a good trade right there as far as GS. Good trade on GS. So we saw now the reason why I got out of GS, we have a 2-2 reversal on a 5-minute. We have 2 more minutes left till 10 o'clock come in. They can push this back down, even come back down to test VWAP, and then probably bounce off back to come up, touch first target, and then continue. Or we could fall back down. Okay. But we want to make sure that we're taking profit. So again, the reason why I took GS longs, number one, we had a double inside on the day to the upside. So we have a double inside. This is a 3. And I like 3-1 setup. So it's a double inside to the upside. So right here. And then we gapped up yesterday, but came down. So once we broke here, we know that we're going to come back up. And the first target, like I said, is 1677. The second target is going to be the top of this wick at 522, right? Those are the targets, right? So with that, you could wait for the target. If you're comfortable with your profit, then you could take your profit. I like taking profit. I like taking profit. With this, we're already up on the day for GS. It already moved $9, which GS can move anywhere from $10 to $20 or even more on a day, right? So with that, you just have to be careful. We have 13 seconds before the bank comes in. And this drop can happen very quick. So if you notice, let's see what direction it goes. So on a 15-minute, this didn't break the 15-minute to the downside. So we're still bullish on here on the 15-minute. But on the 5, let's see the 5. The 5-minute right here, we have to break right here for it to be bullish back again. All right. AVGO about to test test a 50 again. If you see a rejection off this 50 and a break of the 15, we're gonna drop down. We're gonna drop down to the day low and possibly drop down to the day low. We're gonna come back down to 73. All right, so we're done with GS. TBA drop. Baba came back down. Baba hit that 216 yesterday and then fell right at that 216. Amazon is bouncing there. Amazon looks very bearish. Amazon looks bearish. Amazon is bearish. So Amazon should come back down here to 79.50. If it breaks above this, we could see a continuation up, but we have a 2-2 reversal to the downside on a 15-minute. So in a sense, if somebody was supposed to take this trade, you would have to have there as a stop loss and here as a take profit. You had mentioned HD, right, babe?
Yeah. I think it was more on the weekly.
Oh, HD is the same setup. So HD would have been the same setup as GS. But I just don't like HD fucking contracts. HD should push though. HD should push.
I can look it up.
IWM reversed on the day 2. So IWM is going to the upside.
Yeah, I see what you're saying about their spreads.
Yeah, the spreads are horrible.
Jeez.
Spreads are horrible. Didn't I have? Oh, Meta didn't break yet. So you see how Meta, like I said to you guys before earlier, look at this. So Meta is one of them that was on my list to trade, right? So Meta opened up here, which it gapped up a little bit, had no top on it, came down. Even if it broke, I wasn't gonna get in because I needed it to have a top on it. But not only that, I'm like, if it breaks here, we could go up to VWAP, right? Test VWAP and reject, which is what you want to see. You want to see this rejection off of VWAP come down, break day, right? Yeah, it's a $10 move. If you go on a 15-minute time frame, we rejected off. We didn't reject, but we have a 2-2 reversal to the downside, right? So we can pop up. What we would like to see is a pop up right here, test VWAP again, reject off of VWAP, but this should come down. Once Meta breaks the day low, then Meta is a short. Right now, AVGO. I don't want to. My wife is making sure that I drink my water, guys.
Listen, 75 hard is not easy, but you gotta keep consistent.
I'm doing the 75 hard challenge. Today is day 2.
The mic came out.
The mic came out?
Yeah, you just unplugged it.
See, that's to tell you.
No, he wasn't being positive about it.
It don't want me to drink no water.
Give me.
Guys, I just got a sign that I'm not supposed to drink no water.
You're supposed to drink the water and not talk bad
The
about it.
bottle dropped right out my hand, knocked the speaker out. So I couldn't even talk. Y'all couldn't even hear me. I don't know if y'all could hear me or not, but yeah. No. Those pushing to the upside. I don't like none of these. Weekly. Hmm. Put back AVG on. Right now, guys, AVGO broke above the 50. So because it broke above the 50, I'm not even paying it no attention right now. Because AVGO broke above the 50. So it's continuing right now. It might continue to push. Not a fan of that. We have 1 of 1 already for trades today. If I don't see anything, I'm not gonna force it. We got some good profit off of GS today. So let's see. Yeah. 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 All right. So Meta is gonna be a short. Let me make sure I look at this 15-minute real quick. Meta is gonna be a short right here. If this candle ends the same way like it does at 15 minutes, Meta is gonna be a short once it breaks that 5-minute candle right there. Because we're gonna see a push, a continuation down on that 15-minute. Remember the 15-minute already. Is it keep on? There we go. It's already dropping. It's already dropping. So right here, we have a 15-minute. We have a 2-2 reversal on the 15-minute. So the 15-minute should come back down and test right here. But in any case scenario, it already broke. So right now, what you want to see, it come up, reject off that 200. So right now, it already broke below that line that I'm talking about. See that line? So it already broke, it's coming back down. Yeah. So I would wait at this point. So what you want to do is you want to wait for the new 5-minute to come in, new 5-minute come in, push up. That doesn't have a wick on it. Push up. Once it breaks right here, at that point, Meta could be a short. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Now, the real short should come from when Meta breaks the day. Okay? So when Meta breaks the day right here, we know that Meta is going to continue to fall, right? But we have that 2-2 reversal. Now, if we end with this 15-minute candle like this, remember, like I said, the 5 minute came down, right? So we're not doing anything. If this 5 minute breaks right here, then we're gonna see a continuation down. Now on the 15 minute candle, if we stay right within here, or even a pop up and close above here, and then the 15 minute candle ends like a hammerhead, and then the new 15 minute come in, touch right here, even on the green, which is good because yes, you're seeing the buy right here, come down, touch right here, go up, break here, then we could see it push back up, which it's doing right now. So you just have to be patient with your trades. There's no short until you see the break right here. At this point, you have 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes left in this candle. So you just have to be careful. I wouldn't even short if it breaks here. I would wait. Because now, with 2.5 minutes left in this 15 minute candle, you could see a test and then a pop back up. And now you get caught. So you just have to wait at this point for the 15 minute candle to end.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
AVGO pushing. Oh shit, look at GS. GS hit first target. So on GS did hit first target.
Go on a second.
Right?
No, didn't hit both?
No.
Oh, no.
Second target is up here. So GS hit first target. Like I said, I don't want my contracts to go back in the negative, so I pull out right here. Once I saw the break of the 5 minute, I pulled out, right? But if you had stayed in, first target hit. So the second target is now at 22.28. That's the second target, okay?
You have your YouTube on? Oh, okay, here's some. Tight chair. Oh gosh.
All right, so let's look back at Meta. We have 4 seconds left in Meta. Still below VWAP. Looked like it had popped up even more. Did it? Yep, popped up even more. Popped up even more.
Inside bar?
Yeah, it was an inside bar, so it popped up even more on the 5 minute. All right, guys, so I'm not going to force any trades. So if I don't see anything in the next couple minutes, then that's going to be it for me. I know that NVIDIA did get news yesterday, which should push it up. NVIDIA should push up. Not necessarily. Heavy red area still inside bar. Nothing to do with Nvidia. Nvidia long term is a nice stock to hold, but if you're talking about day trades, no. Google looks like it reversed because Google is dropping. Yeah, Google is dropping. How come I didn't get? Did I get alert?
No, you got an alert yesterday. Go back.
Yeah, I got an alert yesterday at
12 something.
12:11. So yesterday at 12:11. 12:11 yesterday. Can't see the time. Yeah. 12:11 would be right here. What do we got? Caught. Like, gotcha, bitch. All right, there we go. There we go. There's a short right now on Meta. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on here? All right, so I'm gonna take a little short on Meta right now. So I'm gonna take a. All right, so I got in Meta short. Man, Google dropping too. Bunch of shit.
And you're already up 5%.
Of 5% on Meta contracts.
Oh, yes, okay.
There we go. 8% on Meta contracts. $11 on Meta contracts. We're about to break day right here, guys. We're testing day low. So if you want to, there we go. We broke day low. We're coming down to right here. If you want to trim some, you can. Okay, we broke day low, guys. We broke day low.
All right, we trim some. We're up 15% or more, actually.
Up 18% on these contracts. Make sure you're taking profit.
What's the target?
On the day, we should drop back down to 14.
Dang. That's a hell of a fall.
See, I saw Google coming down too right here.
Yeah.
Google was a short right there. So on the day, we should drop back down to 14. Make sure you're taking profits as well. Up 20% on these contracts, guys. Gonna trim again. I'm gonna take one more contract off and leave a runner. You have to pay attention to these candles. This 15-minute
Don't
candle,
have a top. Yeah, it does.
it does have a top, but this 15-minute candle was a very big drop right here, right? So you can expect a pullback. We're away from VWAP. So if even if well, we got 8 minutes left, still up 15% on these contracts. Don't let a green trade go red.
Yep. Mm.
All right, so now let me see 5 minute on this. 5 minute can come up back right here. I want to see a rejection. This can come all the way back up.
I'm not trying to do that.
So right now the contracts are up 11%.
Close it. Take profit.
Put it back to break even. So we're pushing back up. Right here.
I'm getting out. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, look at this big green area right here.
I'm out.
All right, so we're out of meta. We're out of meta. This is this gapped up right here. This
Okay.
heavy green right here.
Heavy.
Heavy
Like
buy
green. I don't even know if I've seen that green.
Heavy buy Because of the break of the day, though, we should continue to fall down.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just taking profit.
Yeah. There's a drop back down. So what I did, guys, is like I go to a lower time frame just to see what's going on here. Because when I look at the 5 minute, the 5 minute is pushing back up. The 5 minute can come back up and test VWAP, right? So it can come back up and test VWAP. So that's why I went to the lower time frame just to see what it's doing. We just have the reversal back to the downside. So we can come back down, okay, under 1 minute. But we have a lot of buys in this area right here at 527. Okay. So on the 5 minute, we have 1 minute left in the 5 minute. What you want to see is just a pop up a little bit and then a rejection off of that and continuation down. We should see a continuation down for the day to 514, 515 area. Like I said, on the day we already broke. Okay. So we already broke on the day. So coming down, first area, you have this wick right here. So we might test that wick right here. But then you have right here, which is a buy zone. And then you have the bottom right here at 509. And then the wick right here at 502. So we could see a pretty decent drop. Here we go. It's coming back down. So now this is the new 5 minute, I believe. Yeah. So this is a new 5 minute. So new 5 minute come in. If we break right here, then we're gonna continue to fall, of course. Like I said, that's what I wanted to see. 5 minute closes right here. You have a pop up, create a week on the top, come back down, break here, and just continue to fall. So let's see. Coming back down. Coming back down right there too. Let's see on AVG. AVGO. Just like that. So AVGO rejected off the 50. A little bit off the 50, like I mentioned before. So technically, AVGO was a short right here. So here we go, guys. We got 2 minutes left on this candle, on this 5 minute candle. That's 2 minutes left on a 15 minute. We should continue to fall, but make sure you're taking profit regardless. Um, we're in a market where volatility is crazy. So something can be tweeted, something can be said. You could have a news article come out and you're saying, all right, I'm taking it down here. You're up quite a bit. You don't take profit. And then all of a sudden you end up in the red because the news come out. President Trump tweets something. And then all of a sudden all your profit is gone. So make sure that you're taking profits. Even if you scale out of your trade, then do that. But don't be up on your trade and then don't take any profit and go back into the red. I can't tell you how many times I used to do that when I just started into trading, and then I used to kick myself a lot. So make sure that you're taking your trades. And then with my wife right here,
I don't
my
play.
wife right here, that ain't happening.
I don't play.
We might see a continuation right here, guys, off this 15, right? But with a new 15 coming in 14 minutes, remember, you can have a retracement first, so you could have a push up, right? And imagine if the contracts push up, you're gonna be back in the negative, and then when it comes back down, and say for instance you was up 10-20% right here, you're not gonna be up 10-20%, right? So those are the things that you have to be mindful of. Right now, this is good that it's closing below previous day low. So previous day low is my yellow line. So it closing below previous day low. A nice look for this is a new 15 come up, just pop up a little bit and reject off of the day low. So right here, come up right here, reject off of this break, and then we're gonna see a continuation down. Come up, reject. If it reject off of this and then drop, then that will be good. What time is it? All right, guys. So it's 10:30 right now. We did two trades, did two profitable trades. I'm not gonna sit around. I don't want to overtrade. So with that said, that's it for me today. Make sure that you're monitoring your trades. This can go all the way back up to VWAP. Okay, this can go all the way back up to VWAP, reject off of VWAP and continue down, or it can go all the way and just continue back up. So be careful with your trades. Um, I like AVGO, but I'm done trading for the day. So with that, guys, till tomorrow, I'll see you here bright and early tomorrow, 9:30. Typically stay on till for an hour, hour and a half the most. We want to make sure that we're not over trading. All right. So God bless you. Thank God for another day. Um, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.